You're coming from the beautiful jungles of Costa Rica, but as we just spoke a little bit before we started recording, that is not where you're originally from. And you have a very interesting background with a 28-year-long run in corporate marketing. And you said you had it all, but you still felt spiritually bankrupt. Can you go to that start of everything and maybe your background so you could set everything up and we could go into more of the divine portions of what you're doing now?
Yeah. Well, I grew up in Connecticut and, had a family that believed in hard work and sacrifice.
Mm.
And so I pulled myself up the ranks in the hotel business. And for 30 years, nearly 30 years, I put my high heel shoes on the ladder and climbed my way to the top.
Mm.
And at the time, I was working for the Ritz-Carlton. And I was really at the top of my game. I was working with people who were best in class. I reported every day to this gorgeous location in Southern California, overlooking the Pacific. Was working for one of the best hotel companies in North America. And I was miserable. I was miserable. Was in a great marriage, married to a great guy. Like everything on the surface looked perfect. It looked perfect. And when I turned 44, it was very significant in my life because that's how old my father was when he passed away.
Mm.
So suddenly I was in this really big rush to figure out, who am I? What the hell am I doing here in this life? Where is the meaning and the purpose and the real fulfillment? Because I have all this and it's not all that. And I went to go see a psychic, which I had done many times before in my life because spirituality and psychology were my deep loves that I had in the back of the closet that I hid away from the real world. It was like my weekend thing that I would take out and play with. And I went to go see this psychic, crying to her. Literally, I have to find my purpose. And she said, Donna, they're spelling it out for me. Spiritual psychology. I said, what in the hell is spiritual psychology? And she gave me the name of 2 universities that facilitate a program in spiritual psychology. She didn't give me the name of the third because we got distracted talking about something else. And I went home and consulted the other oracle and I Googled it. And I very quickly found my way to the University of Santa Monica. And they were offering a master's program in spiritual psychology with an emphasis in consciousness, health, and healing. So this is back in 2013. And my ego and my personality had 100,000 reasons why not to do this, right? This did not make one bit of sense in the grand scheme of my life. And this beautiful admissions counselor, she said to me, Donna, after you have no idea how many emails, how many objections. I mean, this was quite an investment from a time and a financial perspective. And it just made no sense at all. But she said, Donna, why don't you come for one weekend and see what happens? And that was it, CASPAR. That was it. And I haven't looked back since. And that program, which was innovated and designed by Drs. Ron and Mary Holnick at the University of Santa Monica, it's really a journey into self. It's a journey into peeling away the false layers that stand in between us and the potential that each of us is here to fulfill in our lives. And so I was the subject matter, I was the curriculum, I was the homework, and parallel to this education that I was receiving, I changed my entire life right along with it. Walking away from my very prestigious career. I voluntarily stepped down. And when I did that, I had no idea that I would find my way to being a spiritual psychology coach. It was not in the realm of my consciousness. It was not in the realm of my belief system in any way, shape, or form. When I actually stepped down, I hung out a shingle as a marketing consultant because that made sense, and because I could, and because I still needed to earn income, right? And propel my life forward, even though I knew I had to do something different. And there's a really profound divine guidance I was given that gave me an unequivocal understanding that I needed to make this move. And that's in my book. Your readers can find it there.